Hey everybody, welcome back to Mac the Maverick, where we talk all things well-rounded womanhood, like taking care of your hair on a budget. So, I got sent a box of products yesterday from African Pride and Influencer in exchange for my honest review. And I figured since my hair needed to be washed 3 days ago, why not just go ahead and film that for you? So this video is gonna be kind of off the cuff. So normally this is where I would get into all the details about the history and the background of the company. But a few years ago, I did a whole two-part series on the African Pride Olive Miracle collection, where I ran all of that down. So I'll spare you all the gory details. But if you do want to hear them, go back and watch part 1 of that video. I will mention that African Pride has 6 different collections in their arsenal. The Moisture Miracle collection, the Olive Miracle collection, Black Castor Miracle, Shea Miracle, Dream Miracle, which is for kids, and the new Feel It formula. For my review, I received these 3 products from the Moisture Miracle collection and 1 product from the Feel It formula collection. So from the Feel It formula, I got the strengthening Pre-Wash Detangler, which is supposed to help detangle, condition, and minimize breakage. So obviously the main ingredients are peppermint, rosemary, and sage. Or maybe not obviously. I don't know that I mentioned that. Anyway, peppermint oil is supposed to promote hair growth and it help to increase hair follicle thickness. Rosemary oil is supposed to stimulate the roots and increase scalp circulation. And sage oil helps prevent hair loss, soothe scalp irritation, and restore a healthy shine. We'll talk a little bit more about these ingredients when I actually use the product. But that's the first one. Then I received the Aloe and Coconut Water Hydrate and Cleanse Shampoo to deeply cleanse and hydrate curls. It's sulfate free and color safe. And the 2 main ingredients, aloe vera and coconut water, with aloe nourishing, conditioning, and protecting against breakage, and coconut water helping to strengthen the hair and restore moisture. There's also no parabens, no mineral oil, no sulfates, and no petrolatum. So yeah, no SLS and no SLES. So third is the Hydrate and Restore Conditioner, which helps to restore and replenish moisture to natural coils and curls. This one also sulfate free with no parabens, mineral oils, sulfates, or petrolatum. And is it petrolatum or petrolatum? Y'all let me know which one you think it is. But last but not least is the Hydrate and Define Curl Smoothie. Helps hydrate, define, and enhance natural shine. No parabens, no mineral oil, no sulfates, and no petrolatum. So, in terms of my expectations of this product line, I'm real interested in this guy because in terms of pre-poos, gold standard. I reach for this pretty much every time I wash my hair. At least every time I've worn my hair out for a while, this cuts through anything. This is actually the Aloe and Coconut Water Detangle and Condition Pre-Shampoo. A lot of us naturals swear by this guy. The shampoo and the conditioner, I mean, I don't see anything particularly alarming or stand out about these. So I guess they'll be all right. We'll see what they'll do. But this curl smoothie. So I used to be a natural that's styled with butters and creams, but now I'm pretty much a foam girly. So going back to a product like this, I really don't know what to expect. Also, I see that this product has phenyltrimethicone. I haven't quite dug into the ingredients yet on that, but between that and the shea butter listed as the second ingredient, I hope this doesn't leave my hair like greasy or waxy and dry after several days of wearing it. So we'll see what happens. I am going to, of course, use my Pre-poo first and then shampoo, condition, and we'll do a twist out with this. That's our control experiment style on this channel, and go from there. So first on the docket is the Pre-Wash Detangler. In terms of the directions, before shampooing, apply a generous amount to dry or damp hair and distribute evenly. Use fingers or a comb to detangle. Rinse thoroughly. For extra dry or tangled hair, which is what I have right now, leave on for up to 15 minutes before rinsing. So, all right. In terms of the smell, the menthol is front and center. Let's see what this texture is like. All right, so this is the texture. It's very jelly-like, just like the other one. Okay. I am able to make my way through this hair pretty easily, as I expected to based on the other Pre-poo. And of course, it would be even easier if I were to dampen my hair, but ain't nobody got time for that. It'll get damp in the shower. But yeah, as you can see, I am actually more gently combing through this than it looks, but the comb is cutting right on through the coiliest portions of my hair. I only qualm about both of these Pre-poo detanglers. I almost wish it came in like a pump bottle. I don't really love sticking my hands in jars just in general, but that's how hair and stuff gets in products, and I don't love that. Oh, and before I forget, ingredients. So we talked about kind of the cornerstone ingredients of this collection, that they are peppermint, rosemary, and sage, and what they're supposed to do. But of course, I'll put up here the INC decoder information. The first 5 ingredients are water, which is water, glycerin, which is a superstar, moisturizer, and humectant. As well, I don't know if I've mentioned this on this channel, but glycerin is skin identical. It's actually found in our skin, so it's a goodie. Third up is, let me get this right, guar hydroxypropyl triammonium chloride. Say that 10 times fast. That ingredient is for controlling the viscosity of the product. Then there's PEG40 hydrogenated castor oil, which is an emulsifying ingredient as well as a surfactant. And then phenoxyethanol, phenoxyethanol, which is a preservative, followed by menthol polysorbate 20, aloe, mentha piperita, peppermint oil, and further down the list, way further down the list, rosemary, sage, eucalyptus, and coconut oil. So I find it kind of curious when products say, hey, this product has XYZ ingredient, but it's like way down in the formula. That doesn't mean it's not effective, but it's way down in the formula. Also, the peppermint oil, I can definitely smell it. I can feel it in my eyes, kind of like Vicks Vapor Rub. And I would just caution, some people find peppermint oil to be irritating to the skin, but I don't know. Let's see. Helps to increase hair follicle thickness and promote hair growth. To me, that would make more sense in maybe some of the other products that you apply directly to the scalp. But in this particular product, it tells you to apply it to the hair. So I'm not feeling, of course, any of the tingly feeling that you normally get from products that have menthol in them or that have eucalyptus in them, because they're not near enough, I guess, to my scalp to get that cooling effect. Once I rinse this out though, we'll see. It may be a little bit different. So I've got this in my hair. I'm not gonna do too much more combing and detangling. I will let the water do the work when I rinse it out, but 15 minutes from now, I'll rinse it out and then we'll talk about what my thoughts are. All right, y'all, I'm back with my hair rinsed after having used the Pre-Wash Detangler. I also clarified my hair just so we're giving all of the new products a clean slate and a fair shake, right? But I can say that the Pre-Wash Detangler did work really well in terms of detangling, and it left my hair feeling moist and soft and elastic, but not overly so. One noticeable difference between the Pre-Wash Detangler and the Aloe and Coconut Pre-poo, the Pre-Wash lathered. I'll insert some footage here, but that doesn't happen with this. It foamed up like a shampoo. Also, even with all the mentholated ingredients in the Pre-Wash Detangler, once it got on my scalp, I really didn't feel anything. I smelled it, again, kind of like Vicks Vapor Rub, but I didn't feel any kind of tingling and definitely no irritation, so that's good. Next up is the Aloe and Coconut Water Hydrate and Cleanse Shampoo. It says, apply a generous amount to wet hair, massage into a lather, then rinse thoroughly and repeat, and follow up with the conditioner. So let's see. This definitely smells. If you've ever used the pre-shampoo from the Aloe and Coconut line, this smells just like it. I'm gonna add a little more. Trying to work fast because my hair's starting to dry. But as you can see, the shampoo does lather. I know a lot of people look for that. And as you can see, my hands, well, that's a bad example, but it's gliding through a lot more easily than it was before the pre-shampoo. So in terms of ingredients, we have good old water, sodium C1416 olefin sulfonate, which is a surfactant, cocamidopropyl betaine surfactant, glycol stearate, which I believe is an emollient and a moisturizer. I'll put the INCI up here so you can see for yourself. And cocamide MEA, which is also a surfactant, and phenoxyethanol, the same preservative that was in the Pre-Wash Detangler. So again, another situation where aloe and coconut are mentioned or highlighted as ingredients, but they don't show up until like later down the list, with coconut liquid endosperm popping up, and then sunflower seed oil, citric acid, a couple other things, and aloe leaf juice and coconut fruit juice popping up a little bit later. So not to say that this couldn't be effective, but the concentrations of the aloe and coconut water don't look like they're like super high. But one thing I did like to see when I just read that list was citric acid. Y'all have heard me talk on this channel about how we have hard water. Our water is hard as a brick. And if I'm not mistaken, citric acid, just like EDTA, is a chelating ingredient. So I expect this to work quite well to leave my hair not feeling like it has crud in it, like counteracting the minerals and whatnot in our hard, dinky water. So I'm going to rinse this out, repeat, and then come back and we'll talk about how this shampoo felt. All right, folks, this is my hair after being shampooed with the aloe and coconut shampoo. And I will say, I am pleasantly surprised. This shampoo really made my hair, even after having been pre-pooed and clarified, my hair feels really, really nice. It feels clean, but it doesn't feel stripped clean, and it does feel more moisturized than it did before. So far so good. I'm gonna follow it up per the instructions with the aloe and coconut water conditioner. So let us see here. Directions: after shampooing with the aloe and coconut water hydrating cleanse shampoo, apply generously to wet hair, massage into hair from roots to ends, and detangle curls. Rinse thoroughly. So that's what we're gonna do. Start over here. So that's the consistency of the conditioner. It smells like the other two products, which I guess I could describe as more aloe forward, I guess, sort of. Anyway, it smells like the other products, but the scent is more faint. And as you saw, this conditioner is very liquidy. It is not thick. It's actually running down my hand. So before I rinse this conditioner out, ingredients, we got water, glycerin. We just talked about glycerin, I think. Cetyl alcohol is a fatty alcohol. Then you have castor seed oil, which is an emollient. Then you've got guar. Here we go again. Guar, hydroxypropyl triammonium chloride for viscosity control. Then aloe and the coconut oil. So we see those actually, coconut liquid endosperm. Yeah, which pops up a little bit earlier in this ingredient list, and several other emollients and oils. Now this does have dimethicone, which, to be honest, I know my hair isn't sopping wet anymore. I would have expected more slip from this product so far for having to deal with dimethicone, but we'll see what happens when I rinse and detangle, do my last detangle in the shower. So I'll do that, and then we'll come back and style with the Curl Smoothie. All right, y'all, here's my hair. It's been washed and conditioned and rinsed. This is it. If I'm completely honest, I'm not terribly impressed with this conditioner. Y'all saw how it went on. It didn't, in my opinion, have a ton of slip. Water didn't really help that too much. I mean, it helped, but not a lot. And my hair feels less hydrated, to be honest, than it did after I used the shampoo. Now, in fairness, there is a deep conditioner in this collection, and the instructions do say for more intense treatment, follow up with the deep conditioner from this line. And I typically deep condition every week. I can't remember the last time that I just used a rinse out conditioner and went on about my business. So maybe my expectations are kind of high, but so far I feel like I have other products in my collection that do a little bit better. So last but not least is the Hydrate and Define Curl Smoothie. And the instructions say section hair, apply a small amount to hands, rub together, and work product into dry or damp hair. Do not rinse. Style is desired, perfect for twist outs, braid outs, finger coils, rod sets, and wash and goes. So I'm not used to emulsifying a product in my hand this way. That's not something I typically do, but we gonna do it. And I'll start in the front so that we can go from there. This is the texture of this. It's like a cream, but it's more of a liquidy cream than like a buttery cream. And it's not sticky like a custard or a gel. So this is the texture. They said, what did they say? Put it in your hand, rub together, and work it into hair. My hair is damp, it's not stopping wet. All right, hopefully I used enough. They said a small amount, so I'm trying to trust the process. And just for kicks, I'm gonna put just a little bit more on my ends here because I know they won't curl like they supposed to otherwise. What I'm seeing in the mirror is a nice juicy defined twist. I'm gonna see if I can get in closer for you all. Yeah, there we go. Let's do another one. Okay, so now I'm gonna do, uh-oh. I have flakes, and I'm not sure what that's about just yet, but we gonna see. Anyway, do this side. Got a little bit of heat damage there. All right, so those are the first few twists. So far, even with shea butter being the #1 ingredient, I feel like I can kind of feel it, but I can't. Like any greasiness that I thought I felt has pretty much dissipated. Like it's gone. I don't feel it no more. And I don't feel any kind of waxy residue. So that's promising. I'm gonna turn around while I do the back and catch up on 911 because I gotta find out what happened to Bobby. I'm concerned. But anyway, I'll be back and I'll let y'all know how I felt about this process and we'll go from there. So I realized that at some point I was just blabbing away with no microphone on. But in terms of my first impression of using the Curl Smoothie and the workability of it, you just saw that my brush was able to glide straight through my hair. My fingers are gliding straight through my hair without issue, and it's easy to work with. Now, doing this voiceover like 3 months later, after repeated uses of the Curl Smoothie, I'm finding that I prefer to use it on damp hair. Not necessarily sopping wet, definitely not dry, but damp hair, and that less really is more. I think this first time using the product here, I used a little bit more than I actually needed, but overall it does work really, really well. You just saw me spray the ends of my hair and just give it a little bit more dampness to work through it. And sometimes I do have to add a tiny smidge of product to the ends, but otherwise it works just fine. My hair is low porosity and it's very, very dense, so I usually will sit under a hooded dryer these days to let my hair dry. Otherwise, it just won't. especially not in the back. But overall, that being said, it does dry quite well, and it doesn't take forever, and it doesn't end up sticky or anything like that. So it's a very user-friendly product. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. I am back the next day from having dried my hair. We styled last night with the African Pride Aloe and Coconut Water Curl Smoothie. This is what the twists look like. I'm not gonna add any oil or any product so we can just really see what this product did. But I can tell you that there is no like cast. My hair is very, very soft, but there's no cast. To the touch, I can feel that the product is there. Residue isn't the word that I want to use, but I can feel that the product is there. It's not unpleasant, but there is a slight coating as opposed to like the crispy cast you get from products that have more hold. So soft, as you just saw, it has movement, and we'll see what else we have here. I don't think I mentioned that this product, of the 4 that I used, the scent is like the least obvious on this one. So that's a good thing. Like now that it's dry, I can't even tell that it's there. So I do see, as I unravel my hair, like just a few little flakes falling, but I'm not seeing them. So I don't know that that's really a major issue. I can't say that it's quote unquote flaky. But so far, so good. Ooh. So y'all, I've got it all taken down, and I have to say I really love how soft my hair is. Hold or not, it's very, very soft. I can see the definition in it. I can feel the definition in it. And even as I am fluffing it up, I'm not getting a lot of frizz. What I've been doing lately is going in and actually kind of blowing out the roots a little bit with a blow dryer. I might do that here in the front, but so far, so good. Look at that movement. Anyway, I really love though so far how this is turning out. So what I'm gonna do, wear this hair today, in the next couple of days, probably give you guys an update on my first impression, and I'll probably try these products once or twice more at least before I give my final verdict, but I will be back soon. All right, y'all, I'm back. I washed my hair Saturday night. It's Wednesday afternoon, and this is what my hair looks like. It has been rained on. It has been sweated in. I actually went to the gym this morning, and it's been in the 80s outside, so you got humidity to play. My hair needs to be trimmed, so certain pieces have turned like faster than others, but overall I feel like my suspicions were kind of confirmed. In terms of the feel, my hair is still relatively soft. It's soft, but I can't say that it feels moist by comparison to my other products. I still feel the product, the Curl Smoothie, in my hair a little bit. Not in a bad way. It's not greasy, it's not waxy or anything. I can just feel the product, but I can't say that my hair feels, I don't know, juicy or overly moist the way I kind of feel with some of my other product collections. And fight me if you want to, I blame the silicone content in these products for that. So that's kind of where we are. Also, in fairness, like I said, I do need a trim. It's about that time. And my hair has been so soft that I've had my hands in it a lot. So certain pieces are frizzier than others, but the jury's still out. I'm going to wash my hair at least one more time with this product before I come back with my final review, and we'll go from there. Hey y'all, before I forget, I did wash my hair last night with the entire system, use the Curl Smoothie to style. I'll try to get some pictures and insert here, but this is my hair and how it turned out the second time. This time I'm not fluffing as much. I separated my hair on this side but decided not to over here to see if I could get a little more longevity out of it. But the results so far are quite similar in that there's no like nasty residue or anything like that. My hair doesn't feel waxy or greasy, and it's very soft. Now, I can't say that it's particularly hydrated, but it does feel healthy and not like straw-like or anything like that. So, hey y'all, I'm back after my second wash day with the African Pride products we're trying, and I feel like my hair did a little bit better this time. I washed my hair on Wednesday, and here we are on Sunday afternoon. I have worked out. It's been quite rainy here for whatever reason, but it seemed to have held up better than the last time. Now, a couple things I did differently. Last time I was kind of lazy. I just kind of slapped my bonnet on and went to sleep. But normally I will take my hair at night and gently put it in poofs all over, and that tends to help my hair stay stretched a little bit longer. Also, I started unraveling and fluffing my hair on this side, and then I had an aha moment to just not unfurl it as far, like keep some of the curls, the twists kind of clumped together, and that helped minimize the frizz too. Like I can tell a difference on this side than the curls on this side, just a little bit. So I still have some cottony patches like I did last time, but it's not as severe. My hair still feels very soft this time, and for whatever reason it doesn't quite feel as dry, which is good. So I can say again that results wise, a little bit better. So overall, the shampoo I do like. The conditioner is not bad. It's just not my favorite, but it's not bad. The Pre-Wash Detangler, I feel like I like the aloe and coconut version better than the fillet formula, but the fillet formula still is effective. It still works. And the Curl Smoothie, surprisingly, especially after this time. I have more hold and longevity in my style than I expected. It is soft. There's no residue, no waxiness or anything like that. I just would beware of the silicones in the product. I'll make sure that I clarify really well. Well, actually, I'm about to get my hair trimmed this week, so definitely will get that clarified and everything. But overall, I would give this collection a high decent. I was actually kind of excited about reviewing these products because in today's day and age, I feel like natural hair care products are averaging about $10 a piece. And that may not seem like a lot, but let's say you are buying a shampoo, a conditioner, and one styling product. That's at least 30 bucks or more. If I throw in a deep conditioner, then that deep conditioner in certain lines might be 15 bucks or more. Then if I need a pre-poo, that's an additional cost. You could be $65, $75 in on one basic collection of products. And yes, products will last a long time if it's just you, or you don't use, your products too generously or whatever, wastefully. But not everybody has $75 plus to drop on products. And let's not talk about if you have to order them and wait on them and pay for shipping. So it was really nice to be able to review something that is a true drugstore product. And I think all of these products hover around $6, which is really not bad. It's really not bad by comparison. So no, it doesn't necessarily perform as well as some of more expensive products, but it doesn't perform so badly that I'm like, no, boo, tomato, stay away from it. It's definitely a collection I can see myself reaching for periodically. So that's my 22 cents on that. So you guys drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Have you tried this product? Are you interested in trying it? Just let me know. Say hi. And if you like this video, like the video, and I welcome you to come on and subscribe. So until next time, do what you love what you do, and keep at it. And I'll see you guys later.